We're at the board shear, and we're going to cut the top for the flip top box. I have my gauge, which is the usual gauge that I make, that has a double thickness at one side and a single thickness on the other. The board, I know the grain is running this way, so I'm going to mark that and it won't become confused later. So the best thing to do when you're making a box like this is turn this sideways so the grain is running parallel to what's going to be the longest side of the box. And I'm going to cut, the longest side of the box is going to be the side that has the two lips on it. The front edge will only have one thickness on it. So I'm going to have the grain running like this so that all the small strips will have the grain running around the box like that. So take your gauge, mark it in the center with the double thickness side of your gauge. And then I'm going to cut two pieces of this because I need to have 3 box tops. Okay, now we will cut for the front edge, pushing this against the stop like this, and then pulling the box against the stop on the board shear as well. Take your gauge and mark the foredge. Now because this is a square thing, I'm going to put an X here so that I will always know that this is at least the foredge on this. This side could be the foredge as well, but this is a short side and I'll keep that consistent. So we have to reset the gauge because this will be a little bit shorter. And I'll cut 3 pieces. Now I'm going to cut for the height of the lip that's going to go around the box. So I will stand the board against the box here like this and lightly mark with my pencil across the center so that I can see how long to make or how wide to make the strips for the sides. This board's a little long here. Okay. Set the gauge. Okay, now I'm going to check the box and make sure that all of these are the right length. Okay. There they are. This is for the foredge, so there's 3 of them for the foredge. And then I need to cut all of these shorter so that they will fit onto the box and butt up against the front of the foredge. And what I'll do is I'll set the gauge back to the length of the box. But before I set it, I'm going to lift this up, put this down, and that's 1 board's thickness, which I will be taking from the box. And then I will cut 6 pieces to that length. And then we're ready to assemble the box. And now I'm going to assemble the top. I'll take the foredge piece, glue this, wipe off a little excess, and then stand it up, making sure the edges match. Then I'll pick up the side piece, glue the end and the base. Put this sideways, and then set this into place, making sure that the side is the full length of the top. And push sideways like that again. Put this down and put the 3rd side in. And always bring it back to the stop like this. Okay, now I'll just let this dry with a little weight on it. Now to cover the top, I've cut a strip of paper again like we did before, which is 2.5 times the height of the outside of the box. I'm just going to crease this slightly so I can find the center, and I'll know where to place it when I glue out the foredge of the box. I've also set up on my table this little leaf that sticks out, and you'll see why in just a moment. Because we need to support the box, and it only has 3 sides. Set the paper on with the fold right in place like that, and rub this down. Then we'll turn it over, and we're going to open the seams with the triangle like we did before at the top and bottom of the lid. You can see how that cut immediately lets the paper fall down, whereas there's still resistance here. And now we'll glue these sides down here. Hold this in position so that the fold is right on the lip of the box, and then I'll set it onto this table so that I can actually rub it down with some pressure. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And now I'll trim off the excess. And we have to make a few special cuts here because we're going to wrap around and cover the open corner.